I wasn't always dead. No. I wasn't always a distant, cold satellite so removed from the sun. I had fire and madness and the wild dog passions of a dreamer. But that was before reality put its stamp of disapproval on me. Before choppers broke the silence of adolescent optimism and patriotism, and the word sorties became part of my vocabulary. Last night I dreamt of that old alphabet soup of hot LZs, with a zing of AKs dropping GIs under the gusts of Huey rotors. I could smell the distinctive metallic bite of gunpowder in the noise of commands yelled through the chopped wind and howls of wounded and dying comrades. I felt the sweat and heat in a world gone mad, while trying to keep my mind together, looking for cover. Heart tattooing inside my ribcage, pulse racing through me, and the ever-present what the fuck in a universe falling apart. Until I woke up to that old question. Where the hell am I? Where am I? These old scenes started to return 2 weeks ago when my mailbox kicked me in the gut with the arrival of my ex-wife's wedding invitation. With its silver-embossed apple chancery font, so delicately announcing her upcoming nuptials. Not that I want to dance that song anymore, but Jesus Christ, how'd she work all this out? While I'm still digging my way out of the debris of our divorce. It's been 10 years, and I've been in and out of a number of shallow lakes of love since. But I never really knew how I felt, because there was too much numb to get through. But now I look to the form sleeping next to me, and a flood of contradictions assail me to the point of emotional vertigo. She almost smiles in her snugged snooze, unaware of the mission I awoke from, and without an inkling of what the U.S. postal system has done to me. She's a bit younger than I am, so I have no idea if she can even imagine the noise in my skull. How could she? Even though we've been sharing each other for almost 2 years now. Just too much unsaid, I guess. My ex. Man, she was there when I got back to the world. Went through all the changes with me. Held on when I was losing my foothold. Gave me some solid ground when I no longer trusted the earth. When my country no longer felt like a welcome home, but a dark swirl of criticism and anger. One day we turned to face one another and realized that somehow a lot of acreage had sprawled between us. And we lost our grip on one another, and she wanted to move on. But those were yesterdays. The rest of the night passes in a parade of minutes, all crowded with questions and memories. I keep looking around, and this Los Angeles cottage is suddenly alien. Nothing looks familiar. Most of all, myself. How did I get here? Wasn't the sun and surf supposed to redeem me? There's movement inside me that demands my attention. A need to change the air I breathe. A longing for not being where I am. I feel that old rustling that begs for motion. I have to leave L.A. I'm disintegrating here to the point where I won't even leave a chalk outline on the pavement. When even the mirror becomes just another wall, and no matter how loud I cry out, I create no echo. I can almost hear the siren of the East Coast whispering something in that old seductive call. Some shadowed promise of finding my skin again back there. That I've gotten lost out here in this paradise. I'm not a surfer. I'm not a suntan or a dude. I'm concrete and asphalt. I'm hard angles and direct statements. At least I think I am. And so I can't fake laid back when my soul is the D train or the Belt Parkway. Unusually cold end of summer night, and I hear the howl of loneliness in the air as some things unfinished stalk every thought. Old ghosts and whispers that won't get lost in the wind. Hints of what I've carried too long, who I was and don't want to be. Just one of those nights that want to tell you something about yourself that you've been burying too long. You can't bury something that isn't dead. It always claws its way back up to the surface. She wakes up too, and looks up at me in that way that says, whatever you're thinking about, include me. That atmosphere in her eyes that surrounds me and is my oxygen. Who is this creature? She fills the space around us with soft things that come out of her so naturally and with such ease that although I crave to cover my tired life with them, they also make me see all the rough edges and sharp quills that bristle from me, all the wounds and scars that leave a trail of anger and distrust, wound so tightly that they could snap like traps. She could put a clipping from some plant in a tin can, place it on a windowsill somewhere unimportant, and transform my cynical darkness into something tender. But tonight, something has to break loose. Something has to set fire to these bridges and flee the torment of feeling meaningless. I have to tear free from this choking stagnation that's rising all around me. But how do I tell her? She seems so at home here. She listens to my vague plans, and without a flinch or a hint of doubt, she suitcases a few things. We lock the door, get in the car, and take the night road towards forever, in a mood that makes the sky come in close. What the hell? Neither of us have jobs that mean anything. No one will really miss us. And God knows we won't miss them.